average 10.2. Meantime, the Sky on a 9-2 run to end that third quarter, so we set the scene here as the fourth quarter begins. A 6-point basketball game. Chicago has not beaten Indiana since 2024. Cunningham off the Mitchell screen. They're playing through one another. Shot clock winding down. Harris gets it off in time. And a solid defensive effort to start.
You can't just trade baskets with this team. You got to string together some stops.
Carrington refuses the screen, skips it to Bano. Nice find, couldn't finish from the outside. Caitlin Clark on the bench to start this fourth quarter. Harris at the point guard position. Kick ball. Aisha Hines-Allen will come in for Monique Billings. Billings is in a
second of a back-to-back.
Tough angle for Kelsey Mitchell.
They're coming off 2 straight losses. We get in at 3 a.m. from New York last. The tempo. Fastest paced team in the league, the Chicago Sky are. They've done it all game, but this is where you really want to continue to turn the Jets on.
Kelsey Mitchell, 21 points on the evening. She talks about footwork, agility, and angles being so important to her success offensively.
Love it. When we've spoken with Kelsey, she talks about no wasted movement, and you see that in her game. There's so much that you could see through the eyes about her first step, but she says, and she continued to work on that footwork through the course of this offseason.
As Carrington in and out, Williams just flies in, sets up Bainham. The offensive rebounds by the Sky. Trying to cut this deficit. Down by 7, long strides for Carrington. Dejanay Carrington will go to the free throw line. Her first, Dejanay Carrington's 10th game back. She missed the first 27 games of the season, coming off a left foot injury.
Which continues to tell the story of this Sky team. Olivia Jackson, who's part of that trade, coming over from the Los Angeles Sparks. The expectation of what she would bring this season. Yet now they're trying to still put the pieces together.
Tyler Marsh, so proud of the way his group has been able to stay together. Mitchell, top of the key, drills it. 5 threes and counting.
Yeah, we've talked about scoring 20 or more points. That's over 27 points per game, and she's shooting 50 from 3. That's crazy.
Ball going deep in her bag. Mitchell has been feeling it in this second half. Creates some space, and again, 6 triples. The skill set on display. Sarah, you talked about it off top, the consistency. Williams, jump stop. Pay attention to this score. 8-point game. Clark goes for 30 and does. There are 13 threes between Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell tonight.
And that's just way too much room that they've gotten. I know those are deep shots, but you cannot give her that much space.
Carrington, hard angle. Coulibaly has been relentless. Sets up the Vandersloot 3. To go. What does Caitlin see? Stand on that right side. Both her and Mitchell have had the hot hand. Score stays the same. Cloud will reset. Here she is working. Carrington off one leg. Michaela Timpson, her 9th board.
Some great defense by Kelsey Mitchell, finishing off possessions. That's what Indiana needs and wants to see more of consistently.
Clark gets it back, feeds Hines-Allen. Big plays in the fourth quarter by Indiana, extending this lead back to 13.
The variety pack, everyone is city. By the way, Elena and Candace's speeches were 10 out of 10.
Talk about Candace and her love letter to basketball. This game has been so to go here in this fourth quarter. Just to put in perspective, the Fever have 16 threes. They're 1 3 away from a franchise record. That's how much they have it going on from deep. They don't recognize that the shot clock was winding down. Turnover, Indiana, the 8th of the game. Led Conference USA in three-point percentage her junior season. My teammate, 45% from deep. Syracuse stop.
Back to the game. Thank you, guys. Much love.
Hines out. Fever basketball. Clark sitting at 32, 7 threes. And another foul call.
And that's going to be pivotal, not putting this Fever team on the line or in the bonus. But overall for Chicago, this actually turned you over, so that does give you an opportunity to cut into deficits rather quickly. They've just not found ways to get stops.
This time the Fever go inside. Lexi Hall continues her dominance this evening. She hasn't been in double figures so far tonight.
We've seen great movement off the ball.
Just these breakdowns by Chicago. Not the best second night of a back-to-back. Lost in New York yesterday. Mitchell sizing up her prey. Where does she go? Middle. And Hull just battling for it. Back to Chicago we go. It's been a quiet night for Sydney Taylor. Just 2 points. She averages over 14. Foul on the pass. Sydney Taylor, 1 for 7 from the field.
And this scouting report, and she missed some time with a left groin injury. She's still on a minutes restriction. So I even think, too, just the balance of her continuing to get herself back.
The Fever will head back home after this one. They've been on the road for one more game before that World Cup break. Caitlin Clark adds to her total up to 34 in a game this season. Had a double-double that game too. Taylor from the outside. And Cardoso, catch high, keep high on the rebound. Had some contact on that one too.
Here on this defensive side of the floor.
Fever trying to go back home with a win, 2-2 so far on this road trip. Another whistle. That'll be on Russell. Chicago to inbound. Sarah talked about it, an opportunity for one last push. Taylor on a mission.
And I love that take from her, because she's so quick getting downhill, but especially since she struggled some from the field, just see it go through and get one quick rather than necessarily settling for a three.
Russell getting it back to Clark. Arms got tangled on that handoff.
Another thing we've seen from Chicago, they've tried to do this. So many defenses do take pride in these matchups, but they've shown these different looks. It's just been the Fever picking apart Chicago in a lot of different areas.
Reading what the defense gives her. A new career high from the outside. 8 threes for Caitlin Clark. Get it right back. Does she go for more? A 40-piece could be upon us.
But when you talk about pickup points, gravity, the attention.
17 threes as a team ties the franchise record. We're also vying for home court advantage in the first round of the playoffs. And Sparks, Neko Gumake, let's continue to give her flowers. For more on these. And the Fever have now reached the 100-point mark 18 times this season. No other team has ever done that in WNBA history. Cole tried to contest and get called with the foul. And if you're Chicago, there's multiple things at stake here, but it's all in an effort to try to get to the playoffs. The issue is it's not all in your hand. If the Mystics did win and Chicago loses
at 8, 9, 10 spot for a little bit of time here. I think overall for Chicago, yes, and we've talked with Tom, it's greater than that for this group. It's about the fight. It's about the consistency that they're trying to put together here in the stretch of the year.
Clark off the Timpson screen and off the shoe of the Sky. Caitlin Clark, 37 points, 9 assists. Could go for a double-double, could go for a 40-piece. I'm stirring the pot here. Clark dumped down, goes for the double-double. Her 5th 30-10 game of her career. For some perspective, only 4 have ever done that once. History continues with CC.
There's been a balance, too, tonight. He's Russell coming in, playing without Aaliyah Boston. Everyone has done a nice job in figuring their roles and contributing.
Oh, right on time.
Especially that one. A nice night for Lexi Hall. 43 pointers, doing all the dirty work like we typically see from her.
That'll be a foul on the Sky turnover. Approaching 1 minute to go. J.C. Sheldon saying after 2. And she is now at 30 points. 2 players on the
we've seen through the course of the season. They have been special.
Miscue. Sheldon tries to recover to no event. Van Sluten hands it off to Johnson. And that's Hall with a triple. A new franchise record, 18 threes for Indiana. Cooking on a Sunday.
They're second in the league in three-point percentage, but to shoot nearly 55 from 3. And do so against a Chicago team that leads the league in lowest opponent three-point percentage. So the contrast of
7-second difference, game clock, shot clock, and the Fever ending this road trip exactly how they wanted. So 3-2 on the 5-game road trip, back in the win column, and the final score from Wintrust Arena, 113 to